Hi, this is Trevor, and welcome back to our weekly tarot card challenge. Today is Saturday, November the 1st, 2014, and I've set aside the cards from our preceding videos, and you can find those videos here on this YouTube page, as well as information about my work and how to book a reading with me here in person in Winnipeg, or over Skype for my distant friends and clients. All of that information and all those other videos are on my website at trevorsense.com. And I always include the link for that underneath this video. So look forward to seeing you there. I'm shuffling the cards, the remaining cards that we have not yet covered, and we're about to find out what our card of the week is. And the Seven of Wands. Now, again, wands are one of the four suits that are found in the minor arcana. Tarot has those two sections, the majors, which are the cards like the Death card and the Lovers, and then there are the minor arcana, which are divided into four suits, very similar to the structure of playing cards, where we see Ace through 10, and then Jack, Queen, King. But in the minor arcana, there is the Page, Knight, Queen, King. And a little known fact, sometimes something people get kind of turned around, is that actually tarot evolved from the systems of playing cards. And it began to build associations to different esoteric and occult areas of study. So here we have the Seven of Wands. And we have this figure who is kind of in a strong position of challenge. It makes me think of that little game kids play, King of the Castle. I'm the king of the castle and you're the dirty rascal. So he's on top. He's kind of on top of that hill for the moment. But he's going to have some work to do to hold on to or maintain that position. Now, something I've mentioned many times, and I'll do it again here, is that we look at the cards comparatively. What do all the sevens have in common? And we also look at how the cards are running through the sequence of the suit. In the Six of Wands, we had a figure who is moving through victories. Now in the Seven of Wands, there's a victory, but it's momentary. And all of the sevens, when you look at them together, have this kind of arbitrary feeling to them. Oftentimes people will say, well, is this a good card or a bad card? And actually, the energy is oftentimes very, very mixed. What we're seeing here is momentary achievement, but then you're going to have to sustain that. Is it worth it? Sometimes before you go into a challenge, check out the prizes. And in this case, the seven really kind of ties into that feeling of action we have to take where there is that uncertainty. Another thing I like to do is to look at the positions in the traditional layout, probably one of the most popular layouts for tarot, and that is the Celtic cross. And there's variations within that, but there's a way of laying out 10 cards. And the first position has a meaning, the second, the third, and so on. And the seventh position in many interpretations of the Celtic cross is the action we take where we cannot know the consequences. You've got to do something. You've got to do the right thing, and sometimes that's questionable. The trick, I think, is to kind of stay in the process. I have a good friend who's a hockey player, and he said sometimes you have to do the wrong thing for the right reasons, and sometimes you have to do your time in the penalty box. He said the real error is when you throw your stick on the ice and you refuse to play. That's when you've let down the whole sport. So in the Seven of Wands, we're going to be having to take some challenging action. And there is that sense of uncertainty. We maybe have to look at what we're really invested in a victory. Is it worth it? Is it worthwhile? These are some of the questions that we have to look at. And oftentimes, you get your clues and your suggestions from the other cards that are coming through around this, what the combinations are saying, as well as what you're receiving intuitively from the person. So that's just some random thoughts around the Seven of Wands, and it can be a card of challenge, as I've said, momentary victory, and check out the prizes before you compete. It's been a pleasure sharing with you again, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next week for our Card of the Week challenge. Take care until then.